Okay, so let's talk about one of the most famous, what I refer to as an entity, life force. In the beginning, we know him as a he and as a human, Yeshua. Now, I'm not going to ask you what your relationship is with the Most High, because that's private. And until you're ready to share your experiences and your knowledge and wisdom, that's for you to keep to yourself, because it's one of the most precious, if not second to your children, the most precious and serious relationship you're going to have. So I'm ready to share how I came to where I am now. So growing up in a very religious fanatical family, I found also, again, my foster mother used this as a discipline to hide behind, to abuse, but lie to herself and say, well, it's not really abuse because the Most High gives me permission. This is why I don't do religion. And funny enough, how religion clarified for me why it was the very thing. If you're seeking abundance in knowledge and wisdom and growth, because you understand you're a soul being and you know that there's more to you than just this society format that you live by. For that, I went into my consciousness and my awareness. And when I put aside religion to make sure that that wasn't having any influence over me, that was when I broke free and realized, yeah, it's in your intuition. The entity resides in your heart. I've worked now to no longer call him or refer to him as a he. It's force of habit. And it brings his power and his whole being and what it is as a lower vibration. So I do my best not to refer to him as he, but that is all past habits of decades of being told, this is how you pray. This is what you will do. Now, you got to look at the word pray. It has two meanings. Pray, and as in prey on you. When I looked and studied how people were in religion, I saw a lot of lost spirits going over the same page, the same words, the same writings, the same verses, only for it to stagnate. And then they're lost. Because I looked at my foster mother. Now, if this is a religious woman and religion makes you do good things and it changes you for the better, then why was she one of the worst human beings? Okay, so I've always had a massive question mark over religion, because I find people use it to lie, steal, cheat, unalive, do the worst things possible, okay, to each other. Now, when you look at the Most High as someone who is the most beautiful entity ever to exist, and he spans as, see, again, I'm saying it, but this entity spans as far as space-time and the mind, the all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful entity of love and profound light. A profound love and light that we have not yet reached, nowhere near it. But humans are good because of choice. They're good at lying to themselves. So I choose to just be arrogant and ignorant today, because I realize I'm dumping myself more into the sunken place, and I just don't want to admit it. That is sadly the number one trait in humans. How do I know this? I experienced it. So I put all my experiences together. I then summarize. I then reflect. And then I clarify. And I clarify with, strip yourself away. Ask your consciousness and your subconscious what you feel that you're here for. Ask that. That is the closest to God, to the Most High you will ever be. The freedom of thought, the freedom to feel. And so I stopped using religion because it kept me stagnated. I never grew. And so I realized, thanks to religion, that I didn't need religion. Religion was not the way to go. And plus, religion is flawed. And what on earth makes another human being tell another human being, you have to go through me because I'm more worthy than you? This is where humans intercept the Most High's. The Most High set it for us to all be equal and to all love each other. He gave us exactly what, I said it again, we were given exactly what we needed to flourish and to thrive and to become that civilized situation, the word civilized, that we so happily give ourselves when we are in anything but civilized. Okay? And so with our ignorance, because we have this idea that we're blessed with ignorance, so why don't we just do things that we shouldn't do? It makes no sense, because we're doing things just because we can. Doesn't mean to say we should. But we're exploiting our ability, our gift that the Most High gave us to choose. Okay, so we choose the worst and then start to lie about it and cover it up. And it's just like we are a blanket of humans lying over complete putrid and shit, stuffing basil up our noses to pretend that we can't smell the stench. No. See, my foster mother was very delusional, and she fed into that more and more and more. Why? Because she was a bad person. And the one thing about church is it's never felt right to me, ever. As a child, I couldn't put my finger on what it was, but it was creepy. It felt uneasy. It felt like it was a smoke screen, but you're too young, so you don't know it yet, but I know it now. And the fact that people still go to church knowing that religion is flawed. We know for a fact that child is done. We know this, all right? We have people sent to prison for really ridiculous amount of years for doing it. The worst atrocities against our most vulnerable side, children. And so how can you possibly believe in a religion that does that and then actively lies to hide it? How? It's impure. So that's a no-go straight away. And it fits with how I felt as a child. Not going there. And then I looked at my foster mother and I looked at what she was doing. Talk about being compromised with your emotions and having the devil live through you. Wow. Mate, she was on the wrong road, the wrong path. And I could see this, I could feel it, I could smell it, I could sense it. But I'm a child around adults. And adults have the leverage. Adults have more understanding of grammar. And so they lie, cheat, use and abuse. And that's how humanity has always been. And we seem to have indoctrinated that and happily doing it. Because we'll just do it. And what we'll do is we'll add to the toxicity by just giving a punishment for that. No, how about we abolish that? No, what we'll do is we'll just toxify what's already fucked and we will just add to it. I remember there was this story, this is a very good analogy actually, where there was a problem going on in the office and there's lots of different departments. Now in the department that was having the problem, rather than find the solution, which there was one, and fix that, their answer to the problem was to leave the customers still angry. And what we'll do is we'll just employ more sales reps to take your customer service calls. So we're just toxifying what's already bad. We're not going to find a solution. That's human life all over. And that's always made me answer the question, why? Why would an intelligent species sabotage itself? It just begs the question. It makes no fucking sense. And this dark cloud that I remember seeing as a child that just would not go away. And I remember thinking, life here is going to be bad. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know it ain't going to be good. And look what we have. I was right. But as a child, I just kept that to myself and I became a survivor of all the atrocities and all the dark shit that a human can do to one another. And there's worse out there. And so I inevitably got to the stage where the Most High lives within my consciousness. I can go and connect to the Most High anytime, anywhere. And so you don't need a second mere human being that's going to allow you and play tricks with your mind to get you to go through him to see the Most High. The Most High's got your back and the Most High's happy to talk and see you anytime you like, my darlings. You're not mad and you're not crazy for having a personal relationship, which is what I recommend to all of you. Anyway, I hope that's helped. And on that note, if you find my content insightful and interesting, please do like and follow. And for those of you that already do, you know what I'm going to say. You are beautiful. You are wondrous. You were enough then, and you are certainly enough now. And on that note, my sweethearts, Jah love.